becoming present with our breath. Finding relaxation and stillness. And now again, see if you can take a long, deep inhale through the nose. Long exhale out of your mouth. Start becoming conscious of your body, and maybe you want to start bringing movement to fingers and toes. Maybe you want to move your feet, you want to move your hands, maybe you want to turn the head to the sides. If it feels good, maybe you want to try to bring the arms above your head and lengthen your whole body. So imagine the feet and the hands are reaching away from each other, finding length across your body. Just a few more breaths like this, lengthening even more. On exhalation, bring the knees into the chest and bring the hands down and see if you can connect into the center. Give yourself a gentle hug here and allow yourself to maybe massage your lower back as you move the knees sideways, a little bit away or close to you, or any other movement that you would like to. If you wish to move the legs separate, you can hold each leg with each hand, and then you find a bit more space for your hips to move here. Beautiful. Now bring the legs into the center. See if you can hug your right knee and extend your left leg towards the bottom of your mat. Make it straight and then take it all the way down. Make sure the left leg is active. Open the right arm like a T to the right side of your body. On the exhalation, the left hand guides the right knee to a gentle spinal twist. Now try not to force the leg to come down. If the knee stays high, keep it there, but observe the rotation that takes place on your spine. We stay here for 3 more long breaths. With the next inhalation, bring the head into the center. If you have it to the side, inhale, bring the right knee to the middle. Hug it with both hands, give it a gentle squeeze, and then release the leg towards the bottom of your mat. And now let's try with the left one. We bring the left knee in, we hug it to the center. We keep holding it with the right arm. The left arm opens to the side, and then the right hand guides the left knee into the other direction, coming into your spinal twist. And again, not trying to force the leg to come down, just seeing where it wants to go. Allow the spine to release and find space. We take 3 more breaths here. If you have your head to the side, take it back to the center. With the next inhalation, bring the left and into the middle, give it a gentle squeeze, and then release the leg down. Now, let's make the legs active so the toes are pointing up, the legs are strong, and we're gonna bring the hands on both sides of the body. Now, imagine you start bending your right knee, so the right heel starts touching the mat, and then the right foot comes and touch. Keep bringing the foot, like if it's sliding on your mat, and then lift the foot and try to bring the knee to your chest without using your hands. You're gonna feel that activation, hip flexors, and part of the abdomen have to engage to keep that shape. Now, you might feel, okay, I cannot bring the leg closer to me, but let's try a trick to see if we can bring it closer. Take your right hand, and imagine you try to push the leg away, and at the same time, the leg presses into your hand. So at the same time, they're both pressing against each other. Hold it here, keep pressing, and then release your hand, and then you will see the leg comes even closer to you. One more time, let's bring the hand into the leg, push it away. At the same time, the knee presses into your hand, keep pressing, keep breathing, keep your left leg strong. Then release your right hand, feel the leg coming even closer. Hold it there for the last 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Then slowly allow the knee to come away from you. Allow the foot to connect on the floor close to the sitting bones, and then slide the leg one more time towards the bottom of your mat until both legs come together. One more time, check that your legs are active, check the feet are pointing up. And with the next inhalation, we start bending the left knee. We start sliding the knee on the floor, the heel, sorry. Let the foot touch the floor. See if you can bring it as close as you can to your left sitting bone, and then keep bringing it to you, and you will feel the lift, the feet lifts. Bring it even closer. Now try to find the closest point you can, just with the leg. Keep breathing here. And then take the left hand into your left thigh, press the hand and the thigh against each other. Feel the activation of the hip flexor. Keep breathing, and then release the leg, Feel it coming a little bit closer. Let's do it one more time. Hand on the thigh, press the thigh on the hand and the hand at the same time on your thigh, and breathe here for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Feel the leg even coming closer. We hold it in the last position like this, both hands on the floor for 3, 2, 1, and then release that heel on the floor, let the foot touch the ground, and then slowly slide it all the way to the bottom of your mat. Now, one more time, lift your head and check on your feet. Your feet are pointing up, the legs are strong, hands on both sides of the body, head on the ground. Now we're gonna try to find the strength of the hip flexor, but without bending the knee. So see if you can lift your right foot off the floor 10 centimeters. Keep the right leg active, and then lift it a little bit higher. And again, a little bit higher. Feel the hip flexor working, keep it a little bit higher. With every breath, it comes a little bit more up, a bit more up, and then you take it to the highest point you can bring it. Now try to hold the leg there. Keep your left leg strong. Left toes are still pointing up, and we hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On exhalation, we start bringing the legs slowly down. So 10 centimeters down, and we stop. And then again, 10 centimeters more and more. And we try to come like this in steps all the way to the floor, and then we hold it 10 centimeters above the ground. Find activation for the hip flexor for the last time for 3, 2, 1, and release the right leg on the floor. If you feel any tension on the right leg, shake the leg, tap it on the floor, move it sideways, take a deep inhale through the nose, and a long exhale out of your mouth. Now again, both feet are active, pointing up, hands on both sides of the body. With the next inhalation, we lift the left foot off the floor, 10 centimeters off both the ground. With the next inhale, another 10. And we keep moving like this in steps with our breath. And we try to lift the leg as high as we can, keeping it straight. Notice the movement, noting the activation, the shakiness that is part of the movement. And when the leg comes as high as it can, hold it there for the last 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the exhalation, again, we start coming down 10 centimeters at a time. With every breath, try to feel that control. Try to feel the activation of the hip flexor, how it starts stretching a little bit more. Great job, Ray 1. See if you can bring the foot almost 10 centimeters above the ground, and we're gonna hold it there for the last 3. Super strong left leg. 2, 1, and release the foot on the floor. And again, tap your legs, move them, take a deep inhalation through the nose. Deep exhale of your mouth. With the next inhalation, bring the knees into your chest, give yourself a gentle hug. See if you wanna move again a little bit into your lower back. From this position, let's take the hands behind your knees, and we're gonna roll a couple of times back and forth. So bring the feet above your head and roll forward. See if you can bring your feet almost to hard without touching the floor, and again, come to the front. See if you can do it 3 more times. Enjoy the massage on your spine. And try to keep your feet always without touching, so they hover. We come 1 more time forward, and we're gonna hold it there. This time we come into a boat, so bring the shoulders back, navel in. Lift your feet in alignment with your knees, and see if you can take the hands forward. Otherwise, keep your hands behind your legs. And we hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, come into a cross-legged position. Now I can finally face you, which is much better. So take a comfortable seat, feel the spine long. Find your hands for a moment on top of your legs, with the palms facing down or your palms facing up. See if you can close your eyes and imagine the spine lengthening towards the crown of the head. The chin is parallel to the ground and the shoulders relax away from your ears. Try to find this moment of stillness, of length, of connection. And from this place of stillness, let's bring the palms together in front of the heart center so we can create an intention for our practice and sing one Om together as well. So plant your thumbs against the sternum and see if you can feel your heartbeats here with the thumbs. Once you have found that connection to your heart center, let's take a deep inhale through the nose. A long release out of your mouth. 2 more times, inhaling deeply. And exhale, releasing. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Now let's take a deep inhale for Om. Try to stay with the vibration of the Om and see if you want to create an intention in this moment for your practice and for the rest of the day. With this intention in your mind, let's bow to our heart center by allowing the head to drop down towards your heart and feel yourself surrendering to your intention and to your practice as well. Then slowly let the hands come down. Keep your head heavy for a moment. Feel the chin coming towards the chest, feel it even more heavy. And then from here, we're going to slowly start rotating the head maybe to the side to observe how the neck feels. Try to begin with small, gentle semicircles. And eventually, maybe you want to increase that circle a little bit more, find a bit more space. If you wish to make a full circle, be mindful that there's no pain at any point. Move slower on the areas where you feel tension. And if you're moving in one direction, let's make sure you move it the other way as well, making a big circle the other way around. Beautiful. Then slowly, let's find the center, bring the head into the middle. And from here, we're going to come into our tabletop position. So we start finding the hands right on the floor, on the front of the mat, fingers really wide. And we take the knees right under the hip distance apart. Now find your fingers really wide here. Find space between the ground and you. And with the next inhalation, imagine the belly drops down, the chest opens, the chin lifts. Find the space. And on exhalation, we press the right round and in. Try to move with your own breath. Inhale, creating space forward, open into the front. And with exhalation, we move in. Try to keep flowing like this. Long inhale creates a movement to the front, and a long exhalation brings you back to the center. See if you can do 3 more times. Really finding your rhythm. And from the last one, start moving your body in different ways. Maybe you want to feel the hips want to move forward and back. You want to start bending your elbows. You want to add movement into your head. You can bring the body to the front and as well to the back. We can bring space as well to the hands and to the wrists. If we start changing the position of the hands on the mat, maybe sometimes facing sideways. We keep moving the body, maybe facing towards your knees. Maybe even facing towards the center of the mat, which is a very uncommon way that we stretch our wrists. Or even we try to bring the palms facing up and see how that feels on the other side of the forearms. Be mindful of the weight, and remember you can always shift the weight back towards the heels if you want to reduce the tension. Then shake your hands and take again the fingers facing forward, the hands really right under your shoulders. We find our long spine here. Now we're going to try to find balance. So imagine we're going to extend the right leg, toes on the floor first, and with the next inhalation, lift the right leg off the floor. Keep that foot flexed. Imagine that heel wants to press a wall behind you. And when you have found good stability, see if you can add the left hand forward. Finding your balance here. Left hand reaches to the front, right heel reaches back. We take 1 more inhalation here. On exhalation, bring the elbow and the knee to the center, head as well. Inhale to find length. Exhale to the center. See if you can do 3 more of your own breath. Inhale, creating space and length. Exhale, contracting and into the center. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to the middle. For the last one, inhale 1 more time, lengthen everything. On exhalation, just drop the left hand on the floor. See if you can start bending the right knee and bring the right knee towards the right shoulder as far as it can. And then try to open and gently bring the right foot next to the right hand. If you need more space for your hips, you can move the foot a bit more forward, and same with the hands, and allow the hips to drop a bit more to the front to find a bit more space. Beautiful. If any of you would like to go a little bit deeper, you can maybe try to find your block, your prop, or your forearms on the ground. Notice the opening here. Take a few deep inhales and a couple of deep exhales here. Great. With the next inhalation, we slowly come back into the hands. walk the hands a bit right on the shoulders, walk the right foot a little bit back if it's to the front. Now let's try to come back the same way. So in order to lift the foot, we need actually a lot of that hip flexion activity. So we need to actually find the strength from the core. So before we do that, imagine you press the floor where you lift your spine, you round your upper back. If you need to come into the fingertips to help you to find gain the space between the ground and you, that's also a good idea. Then from here, try to lift the foot and then bend the knee, take that leg all the way back, lengthen it in one inhalation, on exhalation with the knee to the floor. And again, if you feel any tension, move your body. Maybe take a deep exhale out of your mouth. Great. Now let's try the other side. So I'm gonna turn so then everyone can see both sides as well. So with the next inhalation, we lengthen the left leg, toes on the floor first. And with the next inhalation, we lift it away from the ground. Finding our balance here. When it's stable enough, we can add the right arm forward and we lengthen the right arm to the front. Again, we take a deep inhalation, exhalation, elbow, head, and knee to the center. 4 more times with your own breath. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale to the center. Bring everything to contract on the exhalation. Feel the belly engaging. And keep moving with your own breath. When you're doing your last one, you're gonna lengthen 1 more time on the inhalation, then drop the right hand on the floor. Now make sure your hands are around your shoulders if you need to position them. Then start bending your left knee and imagine the left knee wants to come towards the left shoulder to the side as far as it can, and then we slowly start extending the leg so the left foot can come next to the left hand on the ground. And again, if we have the space with the hips, we maybe want to walk the foot and both hands slightly forward. Let the hips drop to the front. If we want to go deeper again, allow yourself maybe to come down on your block, on your prop for 1 elbow at a time. Notice the side, how does it feel? And take a couple of deep inhales and deep exhales. Great. Then we're gonna slowly come back with the next inhalation back into the hands. And again, if the hands are forward, we have to bring the hips back in the same line of the right knee. Then maybe the foot and both hands has to walk a little bit back. If the floor feels too far away, we can lift into the fingertips. It's easier to lift the left foot. Then with the next inhalation, lift the foot, keep it there, and then slowly bend the knee, bring it back, extend the leg on 1 inhalation, lengthening. On exhalation, drop the knee to the floor. And again, maybe move your body for a moment here. Take a deep release out of your mouth. Long, deep inhale. Long, deep exhale. And now before we come into downward dog, let's find a bit of more opening on the front. So imagine we come into Puppy Pose and Anahastasana. So we keep the hips in alignment with the knees and we allow the hands to walk forward as far as they can. And maybe the forehead comes to the ground. Maybe for some of you, you want to bring the chin to the floor. Feel the space creating on your front of the body. Feel the backside contracting. Let the weight of your own body bring the space as you relax yourself down. Then with the next inhalation, start walking with your hands gently back, lifting your torso. See if you can keep the hands slightly forward so they come not right under your shoulders. So we keep a little bit more space. We're gonna tuck the toes and we're gonna lift the knees off the floor as we inhale and then slowly extend your legs, finding your downward facing dog. Because it's probably the first dog of the day, allow the body to move here. Maybe you wanna move your legs, move into your hips, move into your arms, into your head. Great job, everyone. And then see if you can slowly start finding as well the stillness, where you feel that length through the arms and the legs. If you need to bend the knees slightly to keep more space for your lower back, please do. Keep the fingers always wide on your mat, the navel moving in. Head relax in between your arms. Beautiful. Now from here, we're gonna inhale, we're gonna lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Try to keep your hips on the same line. Heel is pointing away from your toes are pointing down. Now in this position, bend your right knee. Imagine the right heel comes towards the right sitting bone. Beautiful. Inhale 1 more time here. On exhalation, bring the right knee towards the chest. Keep the heel close to the sitting bone. So you move it slowly forward And then keep the same shape. Try not to round forward. Keep the shape of your dog. Beautiful. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slowly start extending the right knee away from you. Keep the heel close to the sitting bone. Inhale, lengthen the leg fully. One more inhalation here. On exhalation, come forward into your 3-legged plank. Drop the foot if you need to, and then find your first Vinyasa. Maybe you bend in your elbows with or without knees. Inhale for a cobra or upward facing dog on the front. On exhalation, we move back into downward facing dog. Take your time to find your flow. And when you reach your dog, if you feel you need to readjust or move your body again, please do. Now we're gonna focus on the left side of the body. With the next inhalation, we lift the left leg off the floor, 3-legged dog. Now again, hips on the same line, heel pointing away from you, toes pointing down. Beautiful. Keep your arms straight. Take a deep inhalation here. And exhalation, bend the left knee. Bring the left heel towards the left sitting bone. Now keep it as close as you can. And then the next exhalation, start bringing the left knee towards the chest. Keep the heel still close to the sitting bone. Rounding your belly in. Keep pressing your arms, so keep the shape of your dog. Hold it here for the 3, 2, 1. Heel close to the sitting bone. The knee starts moving away from you, away from you, away from you as much as you can, and then lengthen the leg on the inhalation. Take one more inhale here. On exhalation, come forward into your plank. And again, 3-legged dog, plank pose, or both feet down for your Vinyasa. Inhale to open forward, and exhale back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. Long release out of your mouth. Move your legs, move your body if you need to. From here, we're gonna come to the front. So look in between your hands. On exhalation, start walking your feet to the front. Take as many steps. And once you reach the front, let the whole body sink down for a moment. If it feels good to hug your elbows and swing to the sides or shake the body up and down, make sure your head feels heavy. If you're hugging your elbows, release the hands into the floor. Bend your knees a little bit more. And imagine you're rounding your spine. You keep your head always down and the chin glues to the chest as you come all the way up. When you come nice and straight, lift the head above your feet. Maybe you want to lift your shoulders and bring them back and down. If you feel you want to lift your arms and take them to the sides just to stretch them, that feels good. And now let's find our standing position on the front of the mat. So make sure you can stand with your feet hip distance or your feet together, whatever feels good today. See if you can take a moment to look down into your feet. And as you look down, try to lift your toes, spread them wide, and then take them to the floor. Keep your activation from the feet into your legs. The legs become strong. Imagine the tailbone points down, the navel moves in. Hands on both sides of the body. We look straight to the front, chin parallel to the ground. With the next inhalation, we raise the arms to the sky, lengthening the whole body. Exhale, we hinge from the hips all the way down to the floor. We take a long inhale, halfway lift. Come into the fingertips, lengthen the spine forward. Exhale here. Now with the next inhalation, lift the right leg all the way up as far as you can and high. On exhalation, bend the left knee, drop the right toes, drop the right knee to the floor. Inhale, lift your arms, opening into your low lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Now let's come into plank pose. Inhale, lift the right knee. Inhale, lift the left leg back. On exhalation, your Vinyasa. It can be knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for a cobra or upward facing dog. On exhalation, back into downward facing dog. With the next inhalation, this time again, right leg high, 3-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, rounding forward as much as you can. Take the foot in between your hands. Keep your back heel active. Inhale, lift your arms, come to your high lunge. Exhale here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, we bring the left foot forward to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fall down. Inhale, press on your feet, come all the way to standing. Reach the arms high, look up. Exhale, fall from your hips all the way directly into the floor to come to the other side. Long inhale, halfway lift. Come into the fingertips, lengthen the spine. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the left leg as high as you can. Hold it there for one more breath. On the next exhalation, bend the right knee, allow the left toes, left knee to come to the floor. Inhale to lift your arms into your low lunge. Exhale, hands into the floor. From here, inhale again, plank pose. On exhalation, your Vinyasa of your choice. Inhale to open forward. On exhalation, we bring back together into downward facing dog. With the next inhalation, left leg high, three-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, rounding forward. Left foot between the hands, high lunge. Pressing from the feet. We inhale, we lift the torso, we lift the arm. Exhale here. Take one more inhale here. On exhalation, hands into the floor. Inhale, right foot comes forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fall down. Inhale, press on the feet, reach the arms, higher length in your whole body. This time on exhalation, we sink into Tadasana, we bend the knees. Allow the hips to come down, the arms to stay straight. Check that your knees are not coming too much forward. Try to keep them above the big toes. Take one more inhalation here. On exhalation, all the way down to the floor. Take a long inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. On exhalation, a Vinyasa or straight into downward facing dog. If you wish to skip the Vinyasa, just come directly into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And if you're moving with your Vinyasa, flow in your own breath. Deep inhale, long exhale. Now let's begin with the left leg. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward, round, round, round. Take the left foot in between the hands. Keep your back heel active when we come again to the high lunge, maybe keeping the arms down. When we feel stable, we can take them above our head. Now try to imagine the hips are really squaring forward. The shoulders are as well square as the hips. Palms are facing each other. Take a deep inhalation here. On exhalation, we're gonna lean forward, making a straight line with the back leg. If at any point it's too much for the shoulders, you can take the hands into your heart center or by the side of the hips towards the back. We hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring the hands into the floor. Now try to bring the left foot to the edge of your mat and bring the left arm from the inside. Allow the hips to drop a bit more down, but try to keep the right leg without touching the floor if you can. Take a deep inhale, open to the chest. Exhale, stay here. Feel the weight of the hips sinking down, bringing space. Beautiful. Now let's try to lift the hips, lift them again. Activate the right legs. And again, round your upper back. We're gonna try to lift this foot again, and then we take it back. So it's gonna be even more difficult. If you feel the floor is too far away, maybe come on the fingertips. So again, round your upper back, see if you can lift the left foot, and then take it all the way back into your plank. On your plank pose, inhale, exhale, maybe another Vinyasa. Inhale to open forward, and exhale back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here, and a long exhale through your mouth. Let the tension move away from you, out of your system. Now with the next inhalation, right leg high, three-legged dog. On exhalation, knee to the chest, running forward, round, 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 and then take the right foot in between the hands. And again, back heel is active. We're coming toward high lunge, lifting on the inhalation, sinking on the exhalation. And again, imagine the hips are square to the front, same with your shoulders. The head is parallel to the ground. We take one more inhalation here, and exhalation again, we lean forward, making that straight line with the back leg. And again, the variations for the arms, in case it feels too much on the shoulders, find what it works for you. We stay here for 3, 2, 1. On exhalation, both hands into the floor. Take the right foot to the edge of your mat, walk the right hand from the inside. And then from here, we're gonna let the hips sink down. Take a deep inhale to feel the open on the front. On exhalation, let the hips sink down. Try to keep the left leg without touching the floor. Take one more inhalation here. Exhale, sink a little bit more down. And then now we're gonna press from the hands. We're gonna round the upper back, lift your hips, lift your hips. Round as much as you can. If you feel the floor is too far away, come on the fingertips. Press the floor away, lift the right foot, and then take it all the way back into your plank. On your plank pose, you can have the option again for a Vinyasa or straight into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep inhale and long exhale. Now this time, let's walk the hands to the feet. So we walk into the back of the mat. Walk with your hands, slowly, one step at a time. And then again, allow the body for a moment to relax down. See if you wanna shake it, move it, bend your knees. If you wanna stretch deeper, you can take the hands behind your legs or under your feet. So whatever it feels good. Even interlace the hands behind the back if you wanna create space on the shoulders. Let the body feel heavy here. We stay here for 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Release the hands to the floor if you can. And as the hands come down to the floor, bend your knees. And from here, we're going to come into Tadasana. So we inhale, we lift the hips, we lift the torso, we lift the arms. Exhale, we keep sinking on that chair. Now find the gaze to the front. Feel the chest broad and open. Activation through your legs. We're going to take 1 more inhalation here and exhalation with the hands into your heart center. Inhale here. On exhalation, let's switch first to the left side. So bring the right elbow towards the left knee and try to hook the elbow against the knee. Now, before you twist, check that your knees are on the same line. And then press from your hands, bring your gaze and the torso towards the back. One more inhale here. On exhalation, slowly untwist. Inhale, lift to the center, release the hands, lengthen to find space on your spine. On exhalation, hands to the heart. Inhale here. On exhalation now to the other side, left elbow towards the right knee. And again, before you twist, check that your knees stay on the same line. Then press from your hands, bring your gaze back. Lengthen on the inhalations, turning on the exhalations. We take 1 more inhale here. On exhalation, slowly release. Inhale, let's come to Utkatasana, the last 3 breaths. Keep the legs bent. I know they're burning. Enjoy the sensation. See if you can smile. 1, 2. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Shake the body again, bend the knees and lengthen. Release the tension through your mouth. Great. With the next inhalation, let's lengthen the spine forward, hands on the chin or on the floor and look to the front. On exhalation, walk back into your downward facing dog. As you find the downward facing dog, keep the length on your spine. Keep the navel moving in. Fingers wide on your mat. Beautiful. Now with the next inhalation, we're going to begin again. Left leg high, 3-legged dog. This time you can lift the leg even higher. Bend the knee and open your hips. So allow the foot to come behind your back. The left knee wants to go high. Take 1 more inhalation here. On exhalation, left knee to the chest, rounding forward. As much as you can, take the left foot in between your hands. Come into our high lunge, lifting the torso first, and then allowing the hands to come up on the next breath. Now gaze to the front. Find a point for your vision, for your eyes to keep you stay stable. We're gonna come into standing on the left foot, so we're gonna try to kick the right leg up. So think about inhale here, on exhalation, lean forward. Inhale, lift the right knee to the chest. Beautiful. Take a moment to find your balance and hold it there. If at any point it's too much for the shoulders, whoops, you can take the hands into your heart center or even towards your hips. Take 1 more breath here. On exhalation, let's return back into the high lunge. We lean forward. We kick the right leg back. Right toes touch the floor. Inhale to lift the torso. Exhale to open to the left side. Right arm forward, left arm back. Hold the breath here. Keep breathing. 1 more inhale here. On exhalation, right hand to the floor. Left arm up for your twist. Try to bring the gaze up to the hand. Inhale here. On exhalation, look down. See if you can bring the right heel to the floor so the foot turns into the edge. And then the left foot walks to the middle, maybe for a support the side plank, or on top of each other for a side plank position. See if you can take 3 more breaths here. 1, 2, and 3. On exhalation, left hand forward, down into your plank. For another Vinyasa, or you can skip the Vinyasa and come straight into downward facing dog. Once you have found the center, take a deep inhale through the nose. Long exhale out of your mouth. Beautiful. Now with the next inhalation, let's lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Lift the leg as high as you can, then bend the knee and bring the foot behind the back. Hold it here. Keep breathing. Inhale, lift the leg high. On exhalation, knee to the chest. Rounding forward again, round, round, round. And then take the right foot in between your hands. Come into your high lunge, lifting the torso. Then eventually maybe allow the arms to follow and gaze to the front. Beautiful. Find the drishti point in front of you in the same line of your eyes. We're gonna inhale here on exhalation. We're gonna lean forward, and then we're gonna gentle kick. The left knee comes into your chest. Beautiful. Keep the left foot flexed. And again, you can bring the arms down if it's too much for your shoulders. Take one more breath here. On exhalation, we come back, we lean forward, and we gently kick the left leg back until the left toes touch the back of the mat. Inhale to lift your torso, and exhale to twist to the right side. Right arm back, left arm forward. Hold your twist. Keep breathing. You take one more inhale here. On exhalation, left hand to the floor. Right arm up for your twist. Use the hand on the floor for support to turn your body. If your gaze is up, take the gaze down. Look towards the right foot. Drop the left heel on the floor, and then walk that foot back for your supported plank, or directly into your side plank, foot on top of each other. We hold it here for 3, 2, 1. On the exhalation, right arm forward and down. And again, maybe another Vinyasa. You can skip the Vinyasa and come straight into downward facing dog. Inhale to open forward, and exhale back down into downward facing dog. Long, deep inhale, and long, deep exhale. Now we're gonna come one more time into standing. So inhale, look into your hands. Exhale, bend to your knees. Long inhale to step, walk or jump. Bring both feet to the front. Halfway lift here. Exhale to fall down. Inhale, press on the feet, come all the way to standing. Reach the arms high. On exhalation, bring the hands down to your heart center. Release the hands on both sides of the body. So you wanna open your feet a little bit more, and maybe just close your eyes just to feel that connection to the ground, to feel your breath as well. Allow the breath to flow in and out of your body. Allow yourself to become aware of that movement. And then maybe very slowly, we can allow the eyes to gently open again. Okay, I need to check how much time do we have, just to make sure. 23, okay, that's still plenty of time. Okay, so now we're gonna try to lift the leg up, and then we're gonna kick it back. So we're gonna try to move back to high lunge, but we're gonna stop in the warrior 3, okay? So let's try to find our feet actually hip distance, so it's a little bit easier to play with the weight. Keep the feet active, legs are strong, draw the energy from the feet into your hips, the spine is long, hands into your hips. Now let's shift the weight towards the left foot, and you start feeling the right leg becomes weightless. See if you can lift first the heel, keep the big toe still touching, keep lifting, and then from that place, lift the leg slowly up. Find your knee maybe in the same line of your hips, so then the hips is not lifting, so they stay square. Take the hands into your heart center, flex into your right foot. Now find the wrist in front of you, take a deep inhalation here. On exhalation, we're gonna slowly kick the leg back and find warrior 3. We keep sinking the torso forward, we slowly start extending the right leg back, and we try to find that position where we can actually fly a bit from the ground. If we fall down, that's totally fine, use the hands for support. But then once you have found your balance, if you wanna change or play with your arms, we take here 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Inhale here, and exhalation, bend the left knee. Allow the right toes to come to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your torso, lift the arms. Exhale, sink into your hips. High lunge position again. Inhale here. Exhale, we're gonna lean forward. We find more weight into that front leg for the last 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your torso again. On exhalation, plant your heel open to the long side of your mat and bend the front knee, come into warrior 2. Sink into the left knee, back leg is fully straight. We find the arms in the line of your shoulders. Strong legs, we take a deep inhalation here. Exhale, let's reverse the warrior. Right hand comes back to touch the leg, or from behind to the opposite thigh, reach the left arm back. Hold it here, keep breathing. Great job. With the next inhalation, come through the center. Exhale here. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. Let's find Trikonasana. Push the right hip back and then lean with the left hand forward. And then take the hand down, maybe to touch the leg, to press against the leg, or fingertips to the floor. Right arm can go straight up. If you want to try a different variation, you can take the right arm from behind and hook it into the left thigh from behind. It's kind of like a half bind to bring the right shoulder a bit more towards the back side. We take 3 more breaths here. We take one last inhale if we're looking up. On the exhalation, we look down. Inhale, lift the arm if you have it behind the back. On exhalation, take both hands to the floor. Lift your back heel, square your hips. Inhale, let's find plank pose for the Vinyasa. On exhalation, down. Inhale to open forward. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And again, if you need to move, if you need to release tension out of your mouth, please do. We take 3 more breaths here in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Smile to yourself if you can. Now with an exhalation, look into your hands. Exhale, bend your knees. Long inhale to step, walk or jump. Bring both feet forward. Halfway lift on the front. Exhale to fall down. Inhale, press from the feet, come all the way to sunny. Reach the arms high. On exhalation, hands down, come through the heart center. Release the hands on both sides of the body and give our body a little shake if you need to. Take a deep inhale to the nose and a long release out of your mouth. And again, find a certain gap between your feet so it's a little bit easier to play with that weight. Draw that energy from the legs into the hips, hands to the hips. Now we shift the weight towards the right hip slowly. Feel the left leg becoming weightless and allow first the left heel to lift, then the rest, and then keep just the big thumb touching. From that position, lift the left knee up and find the line of the knee and the hip. Now keep the vision forward. Breathe here. Maybe take the hands into your heart center. Now prepare mentally. We're going to come into warrior two. So we're going to inhale here on exhalation. We start leaning the body forward. We start kicking the left leg back, extending slowly. Take the time to fly above the ground. Keep lengthening both legs. And again, allow the arms to play if you want for the last 3, 2, 1. On exhalation, bend your right knee. Allow the left toes to touch the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your torso. Exhale, sink into the front knee. Now we're going to come one more time forward. Inhale here. On exhalation, we lean forward. We make a straight line with the back leg for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your torso. Exhale, drop the left heel and open to the long side of your mat. Now we're going to find warrior in the other direction. Make sure the hips are open to the long side of the mat. The front foot is bent. We take one more inhale here, and exhalation, reverse in the warrior. Left hand comes back to touch the leg, or from behind to the opposite side. Keep bending that front knee. Beautiful. With an exhalation, let's come up again. Exhale here. Inhale, lengthen the upper leg. And again, push the left hip back, reach the arm forward, and then find Trikonasana, hand down, left arm up. And again, if you want to try that half bind, the left arm comes from behind the back towards the right thigh. Draw that left shoulder a bit more back if you can. Great job, everyone. Long, deep breaths. Take one more inhale here. On exhalation, look down. Inhale, lift the left arm up. On exhalation, bend that front knee. Bring both hands to the floor, lift your back heel. Square in your hips, and again, inhale for a plank pose. On exhalation, maybe another Vinyasa. Inhale to create space on the front. And exhale back into downward facing dog. Walk the dog, move the body, take a deep exhale of your mouth if that feels good. Great. And now from here, we're gonna come inhale, we're gonna come forward into the plank. Let's hold this plank, the last plank of the practice. Try not to allow the butt to lift, try to tuck the tailbone down. Around your upper back, the legs are really strong. We'd hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On exhalation, start bending both knees gently to the floor, and then allow yourself to sink back with the hips towards the heels, finding a gentle child's pose. The arms can be forward or back towards the heels, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Take a deep inhale. Take a long exhale. Let yourself melt into your mat for a moment. Enjoy this moment of relaxation. We take our last 3 breaths here. And now if you're down on the floor, see if you can slowly start walking your hands back and round your spine. Come and sit on your heels. How are we doing? Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so we're gonna try to do a little bit more, just a little bit last time of activation here, and then we're gonna come really for relaxation. So I would like that we come into forearm plank, which means we're gonna take the arms forward. We're gonna bring the hands parallel to each other, the elbows on the ground. We bring the shoulders already above the elbows. And from this position, we extend one leg back, toes on the floor, and then take the other leg back. And we come into our forearm plank. Same as with the plank, try not to lift your butt. Try to tuck the tailbone down so your spine becomes more in line with your hips. Beautiful. Let's hold it here for 3, 2, strong legs, and 1. Take the right forearm, turn into the side, and then lean into the right elbow, and see if you can lift your left arm. We come into forearm side plank. Now, you can stay here. If you want to do a little bit more, think about inhale here, and exhalation with the left arm, and try to thread a needle under the other arm. Inhale to lift, and exhale to go underneath. Just to try to imagine we're going. Inhale, lengthening, exhale in. See if you can do 3 more. Finding the strength through the obliques muscles, and we keep pressing from the elbow off the floor. And after the last one, we're gonna come slowly back to the form. We take the left arm down, we bring both forearms parallel to each other. We hold again the forearm plank, again, strong arms and strong legs for 3, 2, 1. And then again, we turn the left forearm to the other side. We'll reach the arm up, finding again the side plank form. Strong arms here, inhale. And again, if we wanna do a bit more, the right arm threads under the left arm. Inhale to open, and exhale to thread. See if you can do a total of 5. Feeling the side body, and especially the obliques working really hard. And after the last one, come back. Let's bring both arms to the ground. Let's find the last forearm plank. Try not to keep lifting the butt, try to tuck it down. The tailbone, we hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to rest, you can come into child's pose. If you want to do one last movement, walk yourself into a dolphin. Walk the feet in. Keep your legs straight. Keep pressing from the elbows. Keep open the chest back towards your legs. And we hold here for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. On exhalation, allow the knees to drop down to the floor. And again, maybe find your child's pose. Your arms can be forward or back towards your feet, knees open and wide or closed, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Let the body relax fully here. Let your own weight make your body even heavier. And in that way, you find a bit more contact to the floor. We take one more deep inhalation here. And one more deep exhale. If you're down on the floor, see if you can slowly come up. Round in your spine, lifting your torso. Come and sit on your heels. Okay, so now let's find a little bit of side flexion, and then we're gonna come and stretch a little bit, especially this area of the body. So think about sitting nice and straight. Let's take a deep inhale, reach both arms high, bring the palms parallel to each other. On exhalation, let's release the right hand on the floor on the fingertips. If it doesn't reach, imagine it's reaching, inhale the left arm, and then start slowly finding the side flexion of the body. The hand can walk away from you, maybe the elbow can bend, and then you find that opening. How far you go is up to you, but try to keep length through the top arm, moving away from you. Great. If you're looking up, then look down, and then from here, try to press from the elbow, walk your hand back, come to the center, lift both arms to the middle. On exhalation, now let's allow the left arm to touch the floor on the fingertips. Inhale to the right arm, and then again, walk your hand maybe a little bit, then maybe bending from the elbow, finding your side flexion to the other side. How far we go is up to us. But imagine the top arm keeps moving away from you, giving space to the side body. And then from here, we're gonna slowly start walking the hand, pressing the elbow up, lifting both arms to the center. Exhale, let's take the hands into the middle of the heart. Deep inhale here, and long exhale. Beautiful. Now let's release the hips, so use the hands to help the hips to come to the floor, and see if you can open your legs wide. So now, it doesn't need to be super wide, it just needs to be a comfortable position where we feel we're not rounding on the lower back. We can sit nice and straight. Okay, we have 10 minutes. So try to keep your legs active, the toes are pointing up exactly. If we need to find a sit onto something to make ourselves even longer, that's even better. Now legs remain still active. From this position, we're gonna take a deep inhale, reach the arms high. On exhalation, try to turn to face the left foot. So now you turn your whole body to look into that foot. Take a deep inhalation here. On exhalation, you wanna come into that foot, lean into that foot as far as you can. Keep leaning. Try not to reach the floor directly. Keep moving forward, and then let the hands touch the floor. Press the floor away, lengthen your spine. On exhalation, bring the navel in. And then again, maybe walk your hands on your leg or on the floor. See if you can come a little bit closer towards your left leg. Try not to force it. It's not about pulling, but actually allowing the body to sink forward and down. We take 3 more breaths on this position. And then from here, we're gonna slowly press from the hands. We're gonna slowly lift the torso, lifting the spine. Inhale, lift your whole body, lift the arms as well. Find the center, exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms even higher. And on exhalation, return to face the right foot. Take a deep inhale towards that leg. On exhalation, we start leaning towards that leg gently forward and down. And again, not moving in just one breath, but we keep moving multiple breaths forward and down. When we feel we cannot go any more to the front, we can release the hands and let the hands touch the floor or the leg. From this position, take a deep inhale, lengthen a bit more. On exhalation, see if you wanna go a little bit deeper into the leg. Maybe the arms wanna walk a bit more to the front. And again, imagine you're not pulling the leg towards you, you're just letting the body sink down wherever it needs to. We take 3 more breaths here. Then with the next inhalation, we walk the hands a little bit back, and with the next inhalation, we're gonna lift the arms up, lengthen your torso, reach the arms, exhale, bring the hands down. Now, because we have been already with the legs a couple of minutes, if you feel you can move a little bit forward, my suggestion is you press from the hands and you move the hips slightly to the front. It can be just like a couple of centimeters. Then you will feel that increases a little bit that stretch. And again, the legs are still active, toes are still pointing up. From this position, we're gonna lengthen the arms, reach them up. On exhalation, this time we're gonna lean forward. Try to mind you're leaning from the hips first. Then the movement comes from the spine. If you need to find more hip flexion, you can bend the knee slightly, and you will feel this will give you even more internal rotation to come more forward. Reach the arms as far as you can, and then let the hands come down. As you touch the floor, lift yourself a little bit higher, lengthen your spine, bring the shoulders back, and then as you bring the navel in, maybe allow yourself to come a bit more to the front for your forward fold. Try not to lose the activation of your legs. Your toes are still pointing up. Beautiful. We take here the last 5 breaths. Enjoy this moment of stretch. Then from this position, we're gonna slowly start pressing from the hands. We're gonna lift the torso, walking ourselves back. See if you can take the fingertips behind the back, elbows pointing back, and then imagine we try to push the chest forward, create space in the front. You can lean a little bit back, maybe lift the chin slightly towards the sky. Feel the space now on the front of the body. 3 more breaths here. We take 1 more inhale. On exhalation, gently release the pressure from the back. We take the hands on the knees and we're gonna let them close gently. And we're gonna bring the feet together on the front. Now, before we move back down, try to find your feet on the floor and make sure you will be enough space for your head inside of your mat. So I think I need to move slightly forward. I think I've been shifting to the back. Now from here, hold the knees with each hand. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna open the knees, push the chest forward, lift the chin, exhale, round your spine, bring yourself in. Inhale, open into the front, and exhale back. Think about moving like a spinal wave here. Inhale, opening forward, and exhale, rounding in. See if you can do 5 more of your own. Great. And with the last one, we're gonna come to the center one more time. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna lengthen the arms to the front. On exhalation, we start crawling the spine down to the floor, rounding your back. So instead of keeping it straight, we do the opposite. We round it as much as we can. When we feel the head and shoulders touch the floor, we can lift the feet, and again, we can bring the knees into the chest and give ourselves a gentle and nice hug here. Beautiful. See if you wanna move here to the sides, a little bit away or close your knees, whatever feels good for you. Beautiful. Now keep your knees bent. See if you can lengthen the right leg towards the sky and make a figure 4 with the right ankle above the left knee. Now, see if you can bring the right arm from the hole between the legs, left arm from the outside, either to hold your left thigh or to hold into the left shin. Now try to keep your shoulders, the chest open, shoulders towards the ground. And again, you can pull gently with your hands, bringing the legs closer to you if you want to increase the stretch. If it's too much, then don't pull so strongly. Stay where you are. The legs, but keep them as they are. See if you can open the arms like a T on both sides of the body. We take an inhalation here and exhalation. Allow the legs to drop towards the left side as they are, finding your spinal twist. Normally, the right foot will come and touch the floor first. And again, you can turn the head to the other side if that feels comfortable. We take 1 more inhale here. 1 more deep exhale. With the next inhalation, we bring everything to the center, head to the middle, legs to the center. Uncross the right leg, and then give yourself a gentle hug again. And again, let's try now to bring the left ankle above the right knee, make a figure 4. And again, 1 hand from outside, 1 hand from inside, and we hold into the right leg. Pulling gently with the hands if that feels comfortable, finding a bit more stretch. Take 1 more inhale here, and 1 more exhale. Release your hands, open them like a T on the level of your shoulders, and on the exhalation, allow the legs now to drop towards your right side. Now the left foot will come and touch the floor, and again, you can turn the head to the other direction if you want to. Then slowly with the next inhalation, bring the head to the middle. Inhale, bring the legs into the center. See if you can uncross your legs, give yourself a last gentle squeeze, maybe bring the head into your knees. See if you can contract everything, make a tiny little ball. And then release everything to the floor. See yourself melting into your Shavasana. Feet away from you, arms on both sides of the body, palms facing up. Let yourself melt here. For those who are online and you would like to stay longer in Shavasana, please maybe you want to stop now the video and stay there a little bit longer. For those who are still online with me, we're going to stay here for a couple of more breaths. Allow yourself to relax deeply, finding relaxation and stillness, love and compassion, Shavasana. And as we can hear the bells, it's already 5 o'clock. And as we have to finish this outdoor class here, I will recommend you maybe to stay a little bit longer in your Shavasana. So if you can, maybe take a deep inhale through your nose again, and a long release out of your mouth. See if you can start bringing movement to the fingers and toes, to the hands and to your feet. Maybe it feels good to move the head to the sides, to bring the arms above your head to lengthen your whole body. Then release everything here. Allow the knees to gently bend and maybe slowly roll to one side of your body. And then as you keep your eyes closed from the side body, try to press the floor away and come slowly into a comfortable seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed if you can. Find your spine long. And from this position, let's bring one more time the palms together in front of the heart center. Reconnecting to the intention, reconnecting to the heart. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Long release out of your mouth. And one last inhale for one Om. On the next exhalation, let the head drop down to your hands. Take this moment to find a deep gratitude towards yourself, love in your heart. Namaste.